evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Eagan High School's Wildcats Stadium for tonight's girls varsity soccer match between the Eagan Wildcats and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. My name is Skip Newton, and alongside with me is my broadcast partner, Nathan Cron. Nathan, the Wildcats starting off the season, unfortunately, with 0 wins, 2 losses, but both one-goal contests. What do they need to do to get into the win column for the first time?
Well, your question kind of leads me to the conclusion that the Wildcats need to score a few goals. I mean, losing 2 one-goal contests against East Ridge and St. Michael Albertville in consecutive games means this Wildcat squad that started slow last year is off to a slow start again this year. They've got to pick it up. They've got to find a way to score goals consistently. Making their job more challenging tonight is the fact that their starting junior goalkeeper, Natalie Valaga, was received a red card in the last game, and we have a replacement goalkeeper tonight. Allred's going to do a great job in goal, but it is her first start as on the varsity stage.
Yeah, that's a big ask of a goalkeeper making her first start. I'm sure the nerves are going to be there for her, stepping in unexpectedly as she did last game. But let's hope that the team is up to the challenge, right? That they're gonna pick it up defensively, keep the balls away from the center of a goal, hopefully prevent a lot of shots, and then, like you said, let's put the ball in the net and give her a lead to play with, because that can get some confidence going, not only for the first-time goalkeeper, but for the rest of the team.
Yeah, scoring something early here for the Wildcats is going to be huge. We'll see what kind of pressure they can mount. The Jefferson Jaguars are a section opponent, section foe, and so there's a lot of extra pressure on this game.
Wildcats start with possession as the pass goes back to Waldrop. She decides to go deep with it. A nice little starting play for the Wildcats. We've seen that before. Waldrop is a junior defender, third-time varsity player, so a lot of experience on that back line for Kira Waldrop. Here's a quick opportunity here, wide open. The shot, unfortunately, goes high. A great scoring chance there for the Wildcats. Just got under the ball. She had the right idea. She tried to use the inside of her foot, right? You don't need to blast that ball. You just need to place it, but didn't quite find the technique to put that one where it needed to go. A great scoring chance, though, early for the Wildcats.
It was a great run by Leitenberg on the far side, a great cross. It pinballed through. It found Jensen, but as you say, Skip, Jensen just shot it wide, shot it high, and that's a ball that she'll definitely want back as this game progresses.
Here's Enning on the near side, dispossessed, but trying to win it back, and successfully does. Now all of a sudden she finds herself with some space. Near turnover there. Bloomington Jefferson completes the steal of possession. Well defended there by Jensen. Mallory Jensen, another junior midfielder for the Wildcats, goes into touch. Jaguars with a throw. Jensen wins it temporarily. Now to Enning. She loses her footing, but not the ball. Back and forth at midfield we go. Here comes back to the defensive line. Waldrop over to her defensive teammate Turner. Clearly the Wildcats trying to play a possession game here with some short passes, trying to get it up into their midfield.
Well, it's interesting to see so far the Wildcats have played with a back line of 4, but as they possess the ball, as has happened in the prior 2 games, they've tried to move into a 3-back, pushing those outside wings like Leitenberg and Enning up forward. And let's see, we have a foul here now against the Wildcats.
Yep, we saw the waggle of the flag there by the AR on the far side, so we're going to have a free kick right near the touchline in front of the Wildcat bench. See the entire bench for the most part standing in the sun. Good ball into the box, headed out nicely by the Wildcats. Important to win those balls in the air. Don't let them bounce or don't let them go to the opponent. Nice defense. Now the Wildcats control as they bring it up near midfield. Here's a long ball. We'll see if she's onside, and she is not. AR putting up the flag once she had gained a advantage and was going to play the ball.
It will be an indirect free kick for the Jaguars.
A great delivery there down the near touchline. Unfortunately, just a few steps off sides.
It's one of the things Jensen does really well is deliver that ball for her forwards. Unfortunately, Matzek had wandered into no man's land, but that's certainly if you are Coach Ekstrom, you definitely don't mind to see that. An early offsides means that your team is pressing the back line.
Nice pass there back from number 24 Turner to Allred, the goalkeeper, giving her first touch of the ball, an easier touch, but an important one nonetheless, as she gets into the game, kind of lessens those nerves a little bit. Wildcats bringing it over to the near side, try to find a teammate in the middle. That's intercepted by the defense. Up in the air, that's won by Bloomington Jefferson. They're going to play it up the middle. Here's a touch at the outside, and a potential break for Jefferson, but quickly controlled by Waldrop. Nice recovery. Over to Cron on the far side, I believe. She continues to pressure. Nicely done. Nice possession here for the Wildcats as they bring it back, looking again for an opportunity to break that defense, trying to get it either through or over the head. They cannot. Ball maintains in the mid-third as Bloomington Jefferson trying to connect a pass past the Wildcats midfielders, and they're unable to do so, controlled by Hobbs.
It's the second time that's happened where the Wildcat midfielders have had their heads down or have not been able to pick out runs by their forwards. Their forwards are waving their arms, calling for the ball to be played into a particular area for them to run onto it, and the midfielders have not delivered it to them. Hopefully they pick those signals up moving forward.
Deep throw played by the Wildcats. Here they're going to cross one in, hopefully an opportunity, but nicely played there by Anya, the goalkeeper senior for the Jaguars, coming off her line for a diving play, and no rebound is to be had. She'll punt that a little bit off the side of her foot. This is going to be controlled by Cron. Oh, my bad. I got the wrong number over there. Far side of the field. It's really hard for me to see, but that is my mistake there. That is Leitenberg. Ava Leitenberg, number 8. Thank you for correcting me.
Leitenberg, one of the few true left footers on this team, and that's why she's playing on that left side, Skip, is she's got the ability to really go down quickly down that field and then serve it in with good service with the left foot. And of course, she is part of the Eagan High School track team's state champion 4x800 track team. So she can run all day.
Let's hope those speed skills come into play as she's advancing the ball towards a Wildcat goal and not recovering to prevent one. Nice open space here for the Wildcats. They're going to cross it in midfield. If it gets by the defender, this could be interesting. Oh, we're going to get another offsides call.
I think that was the right call. I hate to say it, but the AR on this side, Paul Kimani, was waiting to see which Wildcat would get to that ball. And I think it was
offside Wildcats.
I'm trying to pick out exactly which player it was, but the player closer to her, the player closer to Paul Kamani, Olivia Enning, was offsides, but her teammate, I don't know if that was Seehafer or I think it was Seehafer. Yeah, Seehafer. Seehafer was not offsides. So if Seehafer had somehow been able to come up with that, I think she would have been in good shape.
Nice control here by the Wildcats. It's a pass up the front. It's a nice through ball. I'm a little surprised that Anya did not come off her line to play that, giving the Wildcats a great opportunity to catch up to that. That is not something you usually see from a goalkeeper, and if that continues, that will definitely open up scoring chances for the Wildcats.
Seehafer is one of the fastest players on the field. She couldn't quite get to it that time, but do that 5 more times, I guarantee you she's going to score a couple of goals.
So we're early in this contest. We're just 8 minutes in, but I'm seeing some good passing from the Wildcats, setting up, either through balls or even scoring chances. They're controlling the ball in the middle of the field with their midfielders really nicely. There's a nice give and go. We're going to have another opportunity for a cross or a shot. It's right on goal. There's a rebound, unfortunately gobbled up by Anya right before the Wildcat forward could get there. It looked like that was Matzik, I believe, number 13. Almost got there to pound that one in, and that would have been a simple touch past her for a goal. Waldrop's going to play that back. Second touch there for Allred. Unfortunately, a turnover gives brief possession here to Bloomington Jefferson. Waldrop's there to stifle that attempt.
And Coach Ekstrom in the pregame talked to us a little bit about something she might do differently. Maybe give these players a little more time on the field to gel as Matzik uses her strength to the side.
Trying to get past the defender, and she does. She's got a left-footed shot. She puts it on and in! A goal just past the goalkeeper. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to be on target and in, and that is exactly what the Wildcats needed. Caitlin Matzik, I believe, her second goal of the season. She has both the Wildcat goals. An early lead here for the Wildcats in the 10th minute. It's 1-0.
Well, in the 10th minute, Caitlin Matzik proves the maxim that style points are not overly important to the scoreboard, as you said. But what a great amount of skill and strength. I mean, you know, she went by two. She muscled two defenders out of the way. There's some contact there, but nothing there for center referee Sam Tanucci. But Matzik muscles two defenders out of the way, switches from the right foot to the left foot, and then slams it into the side, and it trickles in as it takes a part of a deflection. Nicely done by Caitlin Matzik.
Yeah, the move that she made to beat that last defender was just a simple move into her left. Perhaps the defender was shading her to her right foot. A lot of players are right foot strong, and she said, "Thank you very much. I'll take it left, and I have no problem shooting with my left foot," and got just enough of it to get it under the diving Anya. Here's going to be a long shot. That one's going to be up, and I'm not sure if that was a field goal or not, but regardless, not important to this sport. But I like the good long shot there by the Wildcats,
Shot for the Wildcats.
as they are controlling play early in this game, and their control has been rewarded with a 1-0 lead.
The assist to number 8, Ava Leitenberg.
Leitenberg with the assist, and you like to see the great effort rewarded, as now the Wildcats are rampant again.
There's a good run by the Wildcats, a shot and a goal! Just like that, it's 2-0. The Wildcats, before the first announcement is barely a minute old, the second goal goes in, and the fans are enjoying this start. 2-0.
Well, we were still mopping up the last goal, trying to figure out exactly what was going on, and that time for the Wildcats, it was Olivia Edding who dribbled right by two defenders and slotted it home. I thought Enya was going to be able to take Anya, the goalie for Jefferson, was going to be able to take that angle away, but Edding went far post.
Yeah, and you know, we talked earlier about if Anya stays on the line and doesn't come out aggressively to play balls that are, you know, played out in front of her, that's going to open up opportunities. It works the same way when, you know, the Wildcats have a potential breakaway or they get past the defender. If she's staying back, she's giving us a lot of open goal to shoot for instead of cutting off that angle. So that could really be promising for the Wildcats as this game pushes forward, and off to a fantastic start. 2-0, just 11 minutes in.
Goal's been awarded to Seehafer, her first varsity goal from Leitenberg.
Scored by Josie Seehafer, the assist, Ava Leitenberg.
I thought it might have been Olivia Edding. We don't have replayability, but they have a better view down there than we do, as Matzik battling.
Another long shot here by the Wildcats as they are just pouring on the pressure. I believe that is Leitenberg's second assist. She's got assists on both goals, so great start for both Leitenberg and the Wildcats, and great finishes by the two goal scorers.
Well, and Leitenberg last year, she's a sophomore skip, and of course last year she didn't play high school soccer. She was an all-state cross-country runner. And went to the state tournament in that. So, I mean, I've already mentioned her track prowess from last year as a freshman. So, Ava Leitenberg, obviously, a great athlete and a strong competitor.
I'm glad somebody talked her into the fact that she doesn't need to do cross country to run. She can play soccer and get a lot of that running in, but still play with teammates and have a ball to play with as well. It's a lot more fun.
In the 11th minute into the game for Jefferson was Samantha Kerhorst, number 17.
Speaking of speed, there's Waldrop easily getting to that through ball first. Another member of that state championship team, if I'm not mistaken. Battle at midfield here. A couple of Wildcats getting in there. The double team works as they come out with the ball. Unfortunately, they also commit the foul in doing so. This will be a free kick for the Jaguars. Looks to be about the 37-yard line on the far hash. Football terminology there.
Jaguars definitely could use some offensive pressure here. This will be one of their best opportunities of the first half so far.
Free kick headed out by the Wildcats. Nicely done to control that, prevent any sort of shot on goal, and that is really a key with a new goalkeeper. They're doing a great job in front of her. I believe she's only touched the ball a couple times, both with easy pass backs, maybe 3 times so far. So mission accomplished at this point for the Wildcats. Big throw there from Turner. There's Seehafer battling down there with the defender. Wins possession. See if Turner can get that big throw in as close to the goal as possible and almost turn this into a corner kick-like situation. She does nicely. Ball's headed up in the air, not quite out of the box. Played by Seehafer, shielded well by the Jefferson defense. They're going to get the goal kick.
And of course, Seehafer also a sophomore, and she was also, it's her first year of varsity action here for soccer, as she also was on the cross-country team last year. So both she and Leitenberg stepping in and playing, taking a big role here on this Wildcat team here early in the season.
Here's a nice run and a shot to goal! What a bang-bang play, a beautiful setup by Anna Enning, the defender with a great run up the near touchline. Puts a cross in front of the goalkeeper, and that is slammed home. I want to say, was that number 13 again? I believe Caitlin Matzik hammered that one, and she left absolutely no doubt.
No, I'm still, Skip, I'm trying to figure out what I'm more impressed with. I mean, the run by Enning was brilliant. The cross was brilliant. Perfect pace, perfect placement, right height, and that was brilliant. But Matzik's finish, as now the Jefferson Jaguars try to mount a comeback and a quick counter. But that finish by Matzik, just tapping it home, just as you say, slamming it home, but putting it right into the back of the net and not leaving any doubt, not hitting it soft, not hitting it high, not hitting it wide, just putting it right where it needed to be. Very, very impressive amount of technique.
Yeah, the goalkeeper, Anya, had absolutely no chance on that one. Meanwhile, Allred with their first scoop and able to play this. And here's another potential breakaway for the Wildcats. Well defended by Jefferson. Good body position there. Wildcats are not letting down. This is Mallory Jensen. She finds Matzik. Back to Jensen, a little 1-2, trying to set up that wall pass and shot.
Well, Jensen's stronger foot is her right foot. It'd be, Matzik, next time she does that, she should try to do something so she can give Jensen that ball on her right foot to let her take a quicker shot.
Here's a pass down into open space in the corner, chasing that down between Jefferson and Kira Waldrop. They're battling for it still. Won by Jefferson. She crosses it. That's deflected near the 18 and played out. Nicely done. A little push, and that will be called.
Josie Seehafer a little frustrated that Enning's through ball was whistled down for lack of advantage, because she was off to the races with another opportunity.
Kira Waldrop, number 23, with the kick.
Go, Kira.
Kira gets a hold of that one. It goes straight to Bloomington Jefferson. They control on the near touchline. Looking to set up some sort of an attack. They find no passing lanes, and that's dispossessed by Enning. Here's that through ball we talked about, racing forward of the Wildcats, and just in the nick of time, the Bloomington Jefferson defense stops a potential breakaway and another golden scoring chance.
Real credit to the Jefferson defense there, Skip, as she used her body very, very well to shield Seehafer off. Because if she doesn't do it correctly, either she potentially concedes a penalty, or she gives Seehafer a real opportunity to score. Wildcats playing very quickly, generally. I mean, I've seen very few situations, Skip, where they have not been playing quickly and confidently, as opposed to what I would describe as tentative play somewhat at St. Michael Albertville this last weekend.
Yeah, the passing has been quite crisp. It's been to feet or into open space, allowing their teammate to run to it, and they're really just playing a beautiful form of soccer right now. And in our conversation with Coach Ekstrom, before the game, that was one of the things that she was looking for out of this team was, just go out there and play soccer. You guys are all talented. You play well, but play the game together, and that's absolutely what we've seen here in the first. We're not even halfway through the first half yet. We're just in the 19th minute.
It's like Coach Ekstrom's going to be bringing on a number of substitutes here at the next dead ball. And for certainly for this game, you have to think that Caitlin Allred plays that one nicely, confidently, nicely done, young lady. You would have to think that the players who have been so successful here in the first half of the first half will get a well-deserved rest.
This one's controlled on the far side again by the Wildcats, looking to mount another attack. That one's won again by Bloomington Jefferson. They're going to try to go over the top. Played very well there by Enning. Can't connect with the midfielder at midfield, so now Bloomington Jefferson brings it down the near touch. This one gets by a couple of players, and now they got all in the middle field looking to shoot. Here's a through ball. Unfortunately for Bloomington Jefferson, Eagan is the closest one to that. Nice job by Allred coming off her line and scooping that up. I gotta believe that the team playing so well in front of her, the 3-goal lead has really done a lot to boost, whatever nerves, Allred have, boost her confidence. And now she's, like Ekstrom said, she wanted to see from all of them. Now she's just playing soccer, and the nerves are gone, and it's okay. I got this. I know what I'm doing. I can trust my teammates to help me out, and she's so far very much up to the challenge.
Yeah, for our viewers who are just joining us, in fact, Natalie Valaga is not in the game tonight. She did receive a red card.
Substitutions for the
Wildcats
in
in
the
the
game.
game. And given that there's not another goalie on the roster, at least originally on the roster, there was some question as to who was going to step in. Caitlin Allred obviously stepping into that vacuum and filling it very, very, very well. And just so Grandma and Grandpa don't start clutching pearls or getting upset, it wasn't as though there was some sort of violent action or unsporting behavior. It was just a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Natalie came out to play a ball on a breakaway, missed the ball, took out the player, and it was a red card. It was pretty standard stuff.
Big throw there by Turner once again. Good effort down deep by Addison Tanner, trying to keep that in, but tough ask there as that ball was earmarked for the far goal line. This will be a goal kick for the Jaguars.
So Tanner's come in, Weisendonner's come in, Kron's come in.
Jensen doing a nice job of using her physicality and her body position to really prevent Bloomington Jefferson from winning possession, from completing passes. It just feels like she's always in the middle of things and just disrupting anything the Jaguars are trying to do.
It's like Hobbs is going to stand over this free kick as Hobbs tries to take another 4 yards of turf. Referee Sam Tanucci.
The kick for the Wildcats will be Maddie Hobbs, number 10.
Let's see if Hobbs, does she go to goal, hard to goal, or does she float one in? She floats it in.
She floats it in. And there, a nice play by Anya coming off the line that time, playing it up high. That was a beautiful service by Hobbs. Put that, I think, pretty much right where she wanted it to go.
Boy, it's really nitpicking to find something here that the Wildcats are really struggling with or doing wrong or anything like that, but would have liked to see just a little bit more movement maybe before that ball from Hobbs. Maybe create an opportunity or a space for somebody to get ahead on that. Now Kranz, of course, on the far side. Let's see if she can use one of her big throws.
So where do you see Kron playing in this
Well,
formation? It looks like it's a little
Jaguars.
different than what she's
Corner
played
kick for the
in,
Wildcats. This will be
in
their
the previous
first.
season for sure.
Yeah, she played a lot of center back, although she did play some outside back in previous seasons.
From the
And
far
it looks like
side,
she's
the
playing an
Kelly
outside back and
number
going
17.
to be floating forward a la Leitenberg and Anna Enning. So we'll see. It looks like that's what Coach Ekstrom wants.
So kind of what you talked about earlier, where you've got, a 4-back when you're defending, but really it turns into a 3-back on the attack. So she becomes a much more aggressive part of that attack.
Yeah, it sure seems that way. I mean, and of course, that's how Leitenberg got her 2 assists, and we saw Enning's assist. So, I mean, all 3 assists are by the outside backs. All 3 assists in this game so far for the Wildcats are from the outside backs.
And that was another thing that Coach Ekstrom said before the game when we talked to her just briefly, was that she wanted to see some assists. Here's a good scoring opportunity, a shot. That one's deflected by the defense. Played over by Enning. She's got control. Nice footwork. Oh, and just loses her footing there. A great little move there to free up some space potentially. Helped out by her teammate. Wildcats still trying to possess, and now they can't. This one's going to go to Waldrop, and she's just going to boot it downfield. Well played. Trying to get that to Weisendonner. Controlled here by the Wildcats in the middle. Trying to work the near touch line. That one's saved by number 21, Macklin. And there's going to be a foul from behind on Cassie Turner, the junior defender.
Bit of a harsh result on Cassie Turner, I think, there. I mean,
Foul on the
like
Wildcats.
the Jefferson
Free
player
kick,
was going down perhaps anyway, losing her footing. But let's just say that
Number 20,
Cassie
okay.
Turner finished her check, yes?
Nothing wrong with that. You see that a lot actually on the soccer pitch. I love that term as well. Finish your check. Soccer is definitely a physical game, and for someone tries to tell you otherwise, clearly that means they've never really played.
Or perhaps even watched it. I don't know how you could see this game and not see it real physical, as this is a great through ball.
Nice little tic-tac-toe passing there. Boom, 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 and all of a sudden you get a potential scoring opportunity there, as they had Mallory Jensen almost getting by that last defender.
Yeah, Jensen had overlapped Weisendonner.
As it is, it'll be a very deep throw-in. Again, they're going to bring up Turner for this. Big throw, goes all the way to the middle of the box. Here's going to be an opportunity for Jensen. She controls it, passes back to Jensen. Looking to get a shot off. Now she's double-teamed. Uses her body again. Uses Awning. Oh, nice cut in there.
That was Fetsic. She got dispossessed, but she did a nice job of trying to cut off the Jefferson player.
There's a good play on the ball,
Whistle foul
and
on the
what I was going to
Wildcats.
say, a nice physical play, but unfortunately the ref
Free kick,
disagrees and
Jaguars upcoming.
is going to call a foul, and this will be by far and away the best scoring chance for Bloomington Jefferson, as they're going to have a direct free kick just a few yards outside the 18.
If the Jaguars are going to climb back into this game, it's situations like this that are going to let them do it. This ball for the Jaguars has got to be on frame, and it's got to be a scoring opportunity, or it has to be floated in with the right touch to give the other players a chance.
Well, I think if I'm their coach and I'm down 3, I want this thing on frame. Off the football goalpost and out. Harmlessly going over the net.
Makes you wonder if the Jefferson Jaguars said, "Wait, there's a backup goal, or, a not the normal keeper, in there for the Wildcats, and so we're going to test her. We're going to see if she can climb the ladder."
Ball's put back into play on the goal kick. Eagan controls at midfield, but pass unable to find the forward, and now it's played deep, but into touch on the far side. Eagan throw. Now this is Cron, am I correct?
Yes.
Nice recovery defense there by the Wildcats. Coming back, winning possession frequently throughout this game. The Wildcats have been the first one to balls. They've been the aggressor. They're putting more pressure on Bloomington Jefferson, and that's making it really hard for the Jaguars to mount any sort of attack, and it's leading to scoring opportunities frequently for the Wildcats, and here they have a chance at midfield to set something up again. Oh, a nice ball down the far side, racing onto it. Looks like Angelina Yin on that one. She's got speed, and she's got a great shot when she can release it. Oh, here's one kept in nicely when it looked like it was going to go out for a goal kick. Cleared out of danger temporarily, but we'll get a Cassie Turner throw in.
Again, it was in the game for the Wildcats.
Really bends the back well, and big throw. Good pressure there by the Wildcats trying to get around that shield unsuccessfully.
Like to see somebody get on the end of one of those Cassie Turner throws. I mean, a little more intention instead of letting it bounce. There were no Wildcats where that ball landed. There were really no Wildcats in the area.
So things may have settled down here at least a little bit for the Jaguars after a flurry of goals for the Wildcats, leading to their current 3-0 lead. Elaria Yin winning that one up to Cron. She comes up from the defense. She's harassed from behind. Forces it out of bounds, but a great win there by Yin, and then a great switching of the fields. Cron coming out of nowhere for an opportunity to potentially put one in the net.
Yeah, credit to the defense there for pushing Cron off that ball and making her uncomfortable. That was going to be tough at full speed to try to get that on frame, but Yin's cross and Yin's switch was really magnificent.
Weisendonner wins that one, but it's cleared out into touch on the near side. We get a throw in after a substitution here by Turner. Looks like Cron coming out.
Substitution for the Wildcats. Back in the game is Ava Leitenberg, number 8.
Leitenberg back in.
Kate Cron, 16.
That one's headed by Bloomington Jefferson and again by Weisendonner. Now controlled. Try to do a through pass, trying to get it past that last defender. Unfortunately, didn't quite find the seam.
Yeah, Bray's got to put more on that to slip that through.
It's a delicate balance between putting enough on it to slip it through, but don't want to hit too much or you're going to end up passing it straight to the goalkeeper or it goes out of bounds. Here's a run by Leitenberg on the left side. She crosses it in. Wildcats trying to possess in the middle. Unfortunately, they cannot. Well defended. Played temporarily out of danger. Into touch. It'll be a throw-in for Leitenberg. This one's flicked out of play by the Wildcats. It'll be another goal kick. We are coming up on 8 minutes remaining in the first
Substitutions
half.
for the Wildcats.
A 3-0 lead
Olivia Enning,
for
number
Eagan.
21. Josie Seahafer, number 18.
The Wildcat
and
Booster
Caitlin
Club for the
Matzik,
boys and the
number
girls would like to
13.
thank their platinum sponsors for this year's
Gray,
Wildcat soccer
14.
season.
Kylie
The
Weiser
Eagan Arms
Diamond,
Public
17.
House, Twin Cities
Madison
Orthopedics,
Tanner, number 7.
Urgency Room, Wave Soccer Club, and Willie's Edina Realty. Thank you so much to our platinum sponsors that help make Wildcat soccer possible.
There's only one negative to reading the sponsors when we're doing 2 games, and that is every time you read a sponsor from someone that makes delicious food, I get more hungry than I already was, and it reminds me of that.
Yeah, you know, we should ask the Booster Club to work in something into the deal next year for the sponsorships to say at halftime somebody delivers something to the booth. I think that's an excellent idea, Skip Newton.
And to be honest, I'll take it from any one of them because they all, I've tried them all. They're all delicious, and that would be fantastic. A nice diving play, Anya coming off her line there. That could have been a great goal-scoring chance, and now a big punt leads to Bloomington Jefferson attacking the Wildcats, but that is quickly shot down by Yin, and here's a ball over the heads of the defense temporarily. Matzik trying to chase it down, but the defender had possession and position. Good speed there by Leitenberg to put pressure on Bloomington Jefferson, forcing that ball into touch, winning the throw-in. Nice little 1-2 pass there. Center in, looking for, oh, here's wide open shot and a goal, top shelf. A great finish, controlling the cross, spinning around and finding it on her strong foot with no defender in the way. The 4th goal of the half in the game for the Wildcats, and this has been exactly what the doctor ordered.
Well, Josie Seahafer got it from Ava Leitenberg, took a touch, turned, spin, she was cold-blooded. That was, I mean, she's calmed down. She focused on the goal. I mean, she knew exactly what she wanted to do with that ball. She hit it true. She hit it high. She didn't put it into the keeper. I mean, we've got 4 Leitenberg's. That's her 3rd assist of the night.
Just an outstanding effort there by the Wildcats. They had kept the ball just down in the attacking third really for quite a bit of time, and eventually that's just going to lead to an opportunity. And it was all set up by a couple of nifty little simple pass plays where someone got the opportunity, I believe that was Leitenberg, to cross that ball. And like you said, Seahafer just absolutely crushed that ball into the top shelf. Here's a break down the near touchline for Bloomington Jefferson. That's number 10, Isabella Warren, senior forward, knocked out of bounds. And we will have the first corner kick, I believe, for the Jaguars.
That is, and we have a scoring change, Skip Newton. That was actually from Olivia Enning, not from Ava Leitenberg.
Good cross. Fortunately for the Wildcats, that gets by everyone and goes out for a goal kick. So just on the goal side of the corner flag. Bit of a break there for the Wildcats. Big boot by Waldrop. Battle at midfield won by the Wildcats for possession. Now they're looking for the through ball. They execute it. Let's see if Wildcat can get there first. Unfortunately, well defended. But as we've seen many times, the only choice by the defense is to kick the ball into touch and thus, yielding a throw-in for the Wildcats.
Yeah, 4 defenders, 2 Wildcat strikers. You would imagine that the defenders would have the advantage there, just being able to take many more angles away. But like you said, Skip, the pressure being put on by Matzik and Seahafer. I mean, we've got both girls have a brace tonight, and that's as you said, what the doctor ordered.
And they're pressuring so effectively that the defenders aren't feeling comfortable enough to even try to pass back and use their goalkeeper as that 11th player on the field. And that makes a difference. Nice little fake move there by Yin. Here's a deep ball by Fetic, number 22, Emma Fetic, junior midfielder.
Fetic unlucky there that none of the forwards that time were moving, but it was a nice ball.
Good control here by the Wildcats. Again, they're going to go through, and here's a potential chance for Matzik. She wins it. Good shot by, or good save by Anya. Here's another one, and a goal! So Matzik went in, took the shot. It was saved by Anya. She was knocked down, slow to get up, but she looks okay. The rebound pops out to the 18, and a long shot goes in for the 5th goal. We'll get the number and the name on that as soon as we can. But just an outstanding play, an outstanding hustle, and what a half.
Looks like it was Seehafer on the goal, and we think it was Leitenberg with the assist. Matzik's being helped off the field. That she definitely went in hard on that ball. And Anya, the keeper, came out and, Matzik got to it first, shot the ball, and then the two of them collided. Nothing in that, but certainly from an orthopedic standpoint, not what you want to see.
A great initial save by Anya. I mean, she came way out and stopped it. Like you said, Matzik got there first, so it was a golden scoring opportunity. Nice check-back defense there by Yin.
15, Emily Dahl. Number 19, Sophie Wall.
Nice cut in to receive that pass by the Wildcats. Here's number 18 coming in. That's Seehafer again. She passes across. The defender is there this time. Yin's going to be there. She's going to blast a long cross. It's a heading opportunity. A shot off the crossbar. This ball is live. Wow, what a play. We're going to have a deep throw in as it goes into touch down by the corner.
Great play by Leitenberg on the back end to get to that cross by Yin. Oh, my goodness.
This has been an offensive onslaught here by the Wildcats. 5 goals already, 1 off the crossbar there. Just over 2 minutes to play in the half as the ball goes back into the 18. Wildcats looking for more.
Scoring for the Wildcats, number 8, Ava Leitenberg. The assist to number 13, Caitlin Matzik.
Wildcats have it now. A chance to score. They're free. Here's a shot. And just knocked up and saved by Anya. Knocked it up in the air. It came back down. And she was able to corral that rebound before a Wildcat could pound that one into the net.
And on that 5th goal, it was actually Leitenberg. So she has 3 assists on the night and a goal, Skip Newton. Nice beginning season statistics for Leitenberg, and that assist came from Matzik. So Matzik's got 2 goals and an assist. Hopefully she's okay so she can continue, but at the same time, I have a feeling that Coach Ekstrom won't necessarily want to risk anybody who's got a knock.
Nifty move there by Yin, setting up another opportunity for a shot. Angelina Elaria Yin really using her foot skills to clear opportunities, and boy, she can get that cross off in a hurry. She does not need a lot of space to release that ball.
Yin is an accomplished futsal player, Skip, as well, and that certainly lends itself to her operating in small amounts of space, allowing her, as you point out, to get that shot off very quickly.
Down to the final minute of the half. Wildcats, of course, now just want to do whatever they can to prevent any sort of good scoring chance for Bloomington Jefferson. Unfortunately, they're going to take the foul here, so setting up a chance to deliver a ball quickly into the 18. So trying to catch the Wildcat defense napping a little bit, but Caitlin Allred was paying attention, and she came out very well to play that and made that look easy.
The Wildcat defense was napping a little bit, unfortunately for the Jags. The rest of the Jaguar team was also just a little bit slow, and as you say, Allred was all over it. And what a half for these Wildcats, Skip Newton.
Yeah, the only thing that stopped the Wildcats there was the halftime buzzer as the clock for Bloomington Jefferson thankfully hits 40 minutes. And that is half. An unbelievable scoring display for the Wildcats. 5 goals, and what could have been more. It really has been just constant pressure. I mean, really coming at the Jaguars in waves. And that's got to be a bit of a shell shock for the Jaguars.
Yeah, Jaguars definitely, look, regardless of the result or what the scoreboard says, Jaguars need to regroup at halftime, say, look, here's what they did, here's what we didn't do, here's what we need to do better. I expect the Jaguars are going to come out in the second half. Again, regardless of the end result of the game, I expect the Jaguars are going to come out in the second half and really put in a good effort, put in a good shift, and want to show the Wildcats that they're not going away. As you pointed out earlier, this could be a section preview, and nobody wants to be beaten by another team by 5 goals or more.
Absolutely. All right, we are going to step away for a brief halftime, about 9 minutes. We will be back. Be sure to tune in for the second half. For Nathan Cron, my name is Skip Newton. We'll be back in just a little bit. Thank you, everybody.
Cops and Bobbers is designed to offer opportunities for kids that may not have a chance to fish to come out to some local lakes in Eagan and experience some of the fisheries that we have. And they'll be spending time out in the boats with some of our officers. They'll be spending time fishing from a pier behind us. And then they're also going to get to see what we do on a daily basis.
I came out to learn a little bit about fishing and talk to the police, see a little bit about how they interact with the community. It's a way to see that the police are good guys, that they care about the community and care about, making memories with family and with the community.
You might only see us on your worst day. This gets to show you that we are people. We're invested in this community, and it's a way for us to give back.
We need to connect with our youth a lot more. One of the best ways of doing that is this Youth Leadership Academy.
It's not like boring school presentations, it's informative and it's fun.
We went to a hotel and examined a mock crime scene, and we had to find pieces of evidence.
It was an outstanding event. It was an outstanding group of kids, just remarkable. And to be part of something like that, huge.
This is an important time for them when they are in high school and making important decisions in terms of what they're going to do, what they're going to study, but also how they can start contributing with their communities.
I know that no matter what field I go into, I will be a very good leader there because of this.
I go to the gym like every day. I usually utilize the free weights. I do some of the stationary equipment as well. I also utilize the indoor track. If you're an Eagan resident, do yourself a favor and check out the Eagan Community Center.
Cops and Bobbers is designed to offer opportunities for kids that may not have a chance to fish, to come out to some local lakes in Eagan and experience some of the fisheries that we have. They'll be spending time out in the boats with some of our officers. They'll be spending time fishing from a pier behind us. And then they're also going to get to see what we do on a daily basis.
I came out to learn a little bit about fishing and talk to the police, see a little bit about how they interact with the community. It's a way to see that the police are good guys, that they care about the community and care about, making memories with family and with the community.
You might only see us on your worst day. This gets to show you that we are people. We're invested in this community, and it's a way for us to give back.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here in Eagan, Minnesota for the second half of the girls varsity game between your Eagan Wildcats and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. My name is Skip Newton alongside with my broadcast partner Nathan Cron. And Nathan, at 5-0 for the Wildcats, it has been absolutely as one-sided as it sounds.
It has been as one-sided as it sounds, and that's, if you're a Wildcat supporter, Wildcat fan, that's what you've been looking for all season long. It started slow. I'm not going to lie to you, Skip Newton. The Wildcats did not look great in their first two games against East Ridge and St. Michael Albertville, but tonight they've certainly taken it to this opponent that they're matched up against. The scoring has been there. The passing has been there. One of the things that's really been there tonight is how quick these girls in green have played. They've played quickly. They've given it up quickly. They've made decisions quickly, and it's really benefited them.
So, talking a little bit more about the slow start in the first two games, the scores don't indicate, that the games were too one-sided, right? I mean, both one-goal games, but one goal scored in two games is something to get concerned about. Clearly, at least for the first half here tonight, they've answered some of those issues by putting 5 into the back of the net. Is that something you think that this team can build on moving forward, and now some confidence is building?
Well, I certainly think there's going to be some additional confidence. I mean, I don't see how with Leitenberg getting 3 assists and a goal, and Matzik with her brace and an assist. I mean, there's going to be confidence that's going to be building. The question, I think, is going to be, can the Wildcats sustain this type of performance against high-quality opponents? In South Suburban Conference, there are a lot of high-quality opponents. They've got Lakeville North, they've got Rosemount, they've got some of these other big programs, and the question is, how are they going to react and how are they going to play against those better teams?
So we've got a free kick there taken by Bloomington Jefferson after a handball. Controlled briefly, but to no resulting shot there for the Jaguars. Allred scoops that one up. Now it's flicked forward after the punt. Controlled. It looks like number 3 is at Courtney Bumpers there for the Wildcats. Played into the middle. Here's another opportunity. They can get a shot. And they do, and it's poked in and a goal! Eagan quickly picking up where they left off. Goal number 6 on the night. It looked like that was, again, from number 3, I believe. Courtney Bumpers, a sophomore forward. Her first goal, not only of the season, but of her varsity career.
Yeah, Bumpers just staying with it, acting as garbage man, cleaning up whatever was there. There were a couple of Wildcats that were in the area lurking, and Bumpers, we'll have to see who gets the assist on that, but Bumpers slams home her first varsity goal. Congratulations, Courtney Bumpers. Also want to call out one other player, Kai Kennard. I believe this might be her first varsity action of the season out here at left back. And so welcome Kai Kennard to the varsity pitch.
And that is one of the advantages of, going up 5 goals at halftime. Coach Sherry Ekstrom allowed the opportunity to put in some players that maybe haven't had a chance to play in the previous 2 games because both were 1-goal games. So able to clear her bench a little bit, get some valuable playing time and experience here for some of the underclassmen.
I'm going to check with our producer here to see who got the assist on that.
Meanwhile, the Wildcats go right back on the attack. Here's one played nicely into the 18. Bloomington Jefferson able to clear that temporarily out of harm's way. Kai Kennard, formerly mentioned there by Nathan, played that one in and almost had another opportunity for a shot.
Well, I wish I had picked it up earlier, Skip, but in fact that is, I wouldn't say it's historical, but it's probably historical. We have a goal, Bumpers from Bumpers.
Bumpers from Bumpers?
Caitlin Bumpers gets the assist. Courtney Bumpers, her sister, gets the goal. So we have a Bumpers from Bumpers. There's got to be some sort of fun wordplay we can have with that and do with that at some point in this broadcast. But so not only is Courtney Bumpers on the pitch scoring, but Caitlin's setting her up.
Yeah, we've got 36 minutes to come up with something creative and fun for the listeners on that bumper-to-bumper goal.
I think you just did it. I think that's it.
I want more. I think that was the easy. That was the low-hanging fruit, as it were.
Yeah.
I think I can find another one. But meanwhile, we'll have a goal kick here for the Jaguars.
Well, I still think the Jaguars owe it to themselves and to their fans to come out here and really give a good effort here in the second half, and I'm sure they will. I also want to see. Look, these are student athletes. They are high school kids, but at the same time, if you're the Wildcats, I wouldn't say take your foot off the gas. Give other players the opportunity, but those players should be trying to score, should be trying to move the ball up the pitch, should be trying to get crosses and finishes as well. And I think that's definitely what they ought to be doing.
Yeah, you have to keep playing your game. I mean, we all have seen, over the course of the careers of our children playing sports, you get these one-sided games. Here's a shot and a save by Anya. And, the younger, of course, the players are, the less you want to see that. You want it to be kept somewhat close. And there's things you can do as a coach to try and creatively, impact that. But at the varsity level, there's only so much you can do, and you got to keep playing. I mean, and I think both teams understand that here's going to be a right-footed shot, nice turn, scooped up by Anya. But, to your point, you start getting in players who haven't had an opportunity to play much or at all, and they're going to come out here, and it's their chance to shine. And they're going to give everything they've got to show, Ekstrom, hey, if you need to put me into a game later, in a closer game, you can count on me. And so, yeah, you're not going to see anybody let up.
Well, I mean, Caitlin Bumpers is a senior. Kai Kennard's a senior. I mean, giving seniors playing time too. And, I can't say for sure, but I would imagine Caitlin Bumpers will always remember, as long as she lives, when she set up her sister for a goal in a varsity soccer game. I mean, that's the kind of thing that's always going to connect.
There's some contact down there by the goal line, but the ball doesn't go out. Eagan has possession. They're cornered down in the corner, but is kicked out by the Bloomington Jefferson defender. She retreats back to her middle of the 18 here to defend the upcoming throw-in. About as far away from us as you can possibly be on the far touchline.
It's the dark side of the field.
Big throw there. The back bend tells me that was Turner. This one's going to be retrieved by Waldrop. She's going to play it safely back. Well out of her goal there is Allred. Nicely done, becoming that 11th player on the field. That's exactly what you want to see goalkeepers do. Make it easy for your defense to pass that ball back and use the goalkeeper to relieve pressure. Thought there might be a chance there for a break or even a 2-on-1, but quick recovery by Waldrop, and now the Wildcats are on the counterattack. They try to get one over the top of the defense, but can't.
A nice job by Waldrop giving away the ball and then making sure she was the first person to get back and get it.
Here's a burst of speed by the Wildcats. Quick shot. Well played by Anya. That ball was headed out of bounds, but she caught up to it in a hurry.
Courtney Bumpers, number 3.
Courtney Bumpers looking for another goal.
Well, if there's any question as to how much pressure is going to be on Caitlin Allred in the goal, Skip Newton, I don't think there's much pressure at all, quite frankly, and I think Caitlin's just fine with that.
Yeah, we talked about that beforehand. Her first start at varsity and, some nerves. And I think Eagan was up to the challenge and said, you know what, we got your back. We're gonna make this a little bit easier by scoring a couple of early goals. And then they just never took the foot off the gas. And now, whatever nerves are there have well since gone. And she's just out there playing soccer, probably having a really good time. Eagan does the restart here and controls it. They're going to pass back. Waldrop's going to place it up into the 18. Nice kick. Headed around by the Wildcats. Volleyed towards the goal. Still in danger here as they have an opportunity to potentially get a shot. It's right in the middle of the box. saved from going out on the far side. Finally, Bloomington Jefferson gets a foot on it, but they can't clear it too far as Eagan continues to keep the ball in the attacking third, and now it's flicked out temporarily by the Jaguars. Kira has it at midfield. She's going to look for an open pass. Missed her first target, but nice check back there. Good passing into space. Eagan has all the time in the world, up 6 goals with still 30 minutes to play. They can afford to be patient.
Nice turn by Hobbs there.
Nice pass through, looking for a streaking Bumpers. She gets another shot on goal.
Shot for number 3, Courtney Bumpers.
The Bumpers showing some speed there.
Bumpers girls well known to local athletic association track programs.
Ball's just in the corner near the 18. That one's crossed in nicely by Bloomington Jefferson. They're going to get control again, try to cross it again, but there's Waldrop. She's going to control it with the right and clear it with the left. Nearly saved there by number 19. That's Caitlin Bumpers, the assist on the 6th goal to her sister a few minutes ago.
The Jaguars definitely want to do what they can to limit the damage here in terms of keeping, Eagan out of the goal going forward, but also, they want to play their game. This is a situation where early in this season, sure the Jefferson Jaguar staff want to see how their girls react and how they deal with this type of adversity, and can they stay mentally focused on what they need to do, which is execute the game plan regardless of what's on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and I think when you're down 5 goals at half, as a coach, you want to keep your team focused. You want to keep them in the game, and work on some little things. And it can be as simple as, can we just win the second half? Can we prevent the shutout, get a goal, and maybe outscore them in the second half? Of course, Eagan made that even more challenging by putting up a quick one. But that's something you can work with your team to just, hey guys, we can't replay that first half. We're down 5, but let's go out and win the second half.
3 substitutions for the Wildcats. Back into the game, Mallory Jensen, number 12. Kate Cron, number 16.
Jensen,
The
Cron,
Wildcats is Inga Jolstrom, number 25.
and Inga Jolstrom are going to check back in for the Wildcats.
Ball temporarily back in, but out again. We'll get another restart here. It's like Kai Kennard. Nice win there on the near side as Eagan was able to spin her defender, kept into the box temporarily by the Wildcats. They're just doing a great job of pressuring the Bloomington Jefferson defense and not letting them clear the ball easily. They're just constantly on them.
Well, tight pressure certainly has created turnovers and opportunities, and when you're this tight, it's not necessarily a situation where you're going to get a lot of breakaways down deep, but not letting them out, boy, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Eagan trying to work the far side of the field now. Ball gets into touch, quickly restarted with a throw-in by the Jaguars. Back to Waldrop. Looking for options. She finds one. Nice ball into free space here. It's Kennard. She's got an opportunity with a defender coming on. Tries to make a move, loses possession, but it goes straight to... Real tough to read that number down there.
I think that's Caitlin Bumpers in the corner. I think that's 19.
Yeah, 19, yep. The blue writing on the green jerseys in the dark.
Substitution for Jefferson.
Either that's difficult to read, or I really am getting old, or both.
Well, it might be a little bit of both. We're also staring through some windows up here in the press box, and I'm reliably informed that the Wildcats will be switching to blue uniforms with white numbers next year for their home uniforms. So for the commentators up here in the box, it'll get slightly easier.
Kennard with another throw-in. Played it in the middle there. Looks like she's going to go back to an open defender. Track down near midfield. On the far side, back to Waldrop. Touch gets a little bit away from her. She loses possession. Recovering quickly. Can she win the race to the ball? Not quite, but she cuts the defender off perfectly. Passes it up to her teammate. Nice shield. Didn't even touch the ball, but won that with her body. Well played. Eagan on the counterattack. Bloomington Jefferson showing some nice defense as well, and a good job avoiding the corner kick. This will be a throw-in. Deep down into the Bloomington Jefferson end. Oh no, it did go out. All right.
I was going to say, I thought it was out of bounds, but you're right, Skip. The assistant referee on the far side signaled for a throw-in.
Great corner kick straight to the head of a teammate standing there all by herself. Unfortunately, the head goes wide. But man, that was a perfect play. There was no Bloomington Jefferson defender within 5 yards.
Yeah, she could have even chested that down and got it to her feet or something like that. She was completely unmarked.
.24 minutes remaining in this varsity girls game. Eagan dominating from the start, up 6-0, and looking for more.
And Tanner and Weisendonner back on the field here for the Wildcats. They'll probably get some, imagine they'll both get some extended minutes here in this second half.
Big throw down on the far side. Oh, there's a push from behind. That'll be called. In fact, we might have a booking. Yep, we do. There's a yellow card. So just a little too aggressive there. It's an easy call. I'm not even surprised by the booking. She'll have to leave the game.
Is that Fetzich or is it Hobbs? I can't tell from here. What's our producer saying?
We got Addison Tanner.
Addie Tanner. Oh, Tanner.
I've learned a little secret. The camera over here has much more zoom. I can look at that.
Well, the Wildcat Booster Clubs would like to also thank their gold sponsors, Ansari's Mediterranean Grill, Caldwell Banker and Rami Cormont, Denise Schoberg at Keller Williams, Elite Feed Soccer, Orza Poke and Ramen, Teresa's Mexican Restaurant, ZZQ Barbecue, Birchwood Dental, Devani's, Divine Salon, Escape With Us Vacations, Sam's Club, Unifit MN, and Zerbel Orthodontics. Thank you to those gold sponsors for helping make Wildcat soccer possible.
Big boot into open space there by the Wildcat defense. Good hustle in the near touchline to put pressure again on the defense, force the turnover. It'll be a Wildcat throw. And another substitution coming in.
Madison Tanner, number 7. Going out, Caitlin Matzik, number 13.
So Matzik stepping back out. Addison Turner coming right back in. So the rule in high school sports, if you get a yellow caution card, you do have to temporarily leave the game, but the next stoppage you can come back. Clearly, Coach Ekstrom wants to see more from girls that normally don't play, I'm guessing. So she's putting her in. Oh, and here's a nice shot, low, hard, and just unfortunately a little wide. But I like the decision. She worked it to her strong foot, and she aimed for the far corner.
Impressive with Bumpers there, getting control, keeping that ball inside, and as you say, creating her own scoring opportunity. It's an impressive handful of seconds there from Bumpers. Also want to make a note of the fact that Matzik was the one who came on for Tanner Glad to see at the end of the first half, remember Caitlin Matzik had taken a tumble over a goalie. And she was able to come back out on the field. The fact that she is a very positive thing for the Wildcats, being a senior captain and a scorer.
Yeah, there's no way she's the one that goes in temporarily if she's not feeling 100%. So that's a great sign. I'm glad you caught that. And looking good for the next game. Nice control here by Eagan as they got all sorts of room to dribble. Oh, and they find a wide open player. Here's an opportunity to shoot. She gets her left foot, far post, and that is in! A perfect finish inside the far post. Absolutely nothing Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars goalkeeper could do about that. Goal is scored by number 3, Courtney Bumpers. Her second goal of the game.
It was absolutely brilliant finish. Doing a nice job being set up by that time by Mallory Jensen on the far side of the field. That came completely over. So Jensen gets on the scorebook as well. Nicely done.
Scoring for the Wildcats, her second goal of the game, number 3, Courtney Bumpers. The assist, number 12, Mallory Jensen.
That is Bumpers from Jensen.
The is 58 minutes, 47 seconds. Wildcats
at
goal,
about the 60th minute.
The assist, Mallory Jensen. The time, 58:47.
7-0. Hopefully that's the early score this Thursday as the Eagan Wildcats football team hosts Rosemount. Correct me if I'm wrong. What time is that game, Nathan?
That's a 7 o'clock start. Join Mike Cook and myself and the crew of ETV, a cast of thousands, as well as most of the community here on Thursday night, not Friday night, Thursday night, due to the referee shortage. We will be here broadcasting. We'll have food trucks. We'll have all sorts of stuff out here. It'll be a big game against Rosemount, a resurgent Wildcats team that's really been looking good in preseason scrimmages. So we're gonna see how they do against a team that clearly knows how to win football games.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Looking forward to Eagan football this season. They should be, much more competitive and exciting. And I think people are talking Eagan football, much more than to be honest than they have than I can remember. And I've lived here for 17 years.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting to be part of that resurgence, and so we're gonna have a quick conversation here about taking the throw. The throw, not a kick. Not exactly sure why the referee blew the whistle to stop play there. And that's going to go out for a corner. Also want to mention that the next time these girls and the Eagan High School boys will be on TV, it's September 13th. We've got a couple of away games around the Labor Day holiday. So September 13th against Farmington will be our next broadcast for the Eagan Wildcat girls and boys varsity soccer teams.
17, Kylie Weisendonner with the kick.
Weisendonner is going to take the corner, left-footed. Goes to her teammate. Tries to one-touch that one out of the air. That's a tough volley. Comes all the way back. Waldrop's there to clean this up. Serves it right back into the 18. A great ball. I believe that's Bumpers. That one goes off the defender, but I think... Nope, it just went off the defender. So this is a...
It's a goal kick.
Nope, it is a goal kick. Okay, I thought it went off of Bumpers as well, so...
Substitutions, both teams for the Wildcats.
Kind of pinballed around there. And finally off of Bumpers and out.
Number 21 back in for Jefferson. Into the game is number 12, Zinnia Skigi.
Ball's in the box yet again for the Wildcats. Kicked into touch. We'll have a throw in the deep corner.
Well, this is a situation where I wouldn't mind the Wildcats taking their time, letting that clock run a little bit. Let's get this game over with. But also, Cron really should hoist this into the 6. And she doesn't, of course.
But a wide open teammate who then boots it into there. And there's a one-time opportunity and a goal! A great shot. Looked like it was deflected off. The Bloomington Jefferson defender tried to clear it. She got her foot in the way and went straight off of her and into the net. And I'm telling you, Nathan, when things are going your way, that's what happens. You put your foot out to stop a a clearing attempt, and it goes right off of your foot and into the net. We believe that was number 2. Kai Kincaid, also her first goal of the season.
First goal of the season, first varsity goal for Kai. So a lot of girls getting on the score sheet here tonight, and obviously the Jaguars, yeah, I mean, it goes without saying in some sense, but I'm going to say it anyway because that's what I'm paid to do. Looking obviously very shell-shocked right now, that just really holding on now for kind of just wanting to get this game over with as quickly as possible. And the Wildcats, as I said, wouldn't hurt my feelings for them to take their time with free kicks and opportunities and that kind of thing to kind of keep this game moving.
2 minutes, 28 seconds. Wildcats goal scored by Kai Mylan Kennard. The assist to Inga Jolstrom.
Inga Jolstrom with her first varsity assist.
Kai Kennard from Inga Jolstrom for the 8th goal of the game. Nice move at midfield there. Through ball is well defended, but played back to the Eagan defense, and they control onto the far touch. Here's a give and go. Down the far touchline, well executed, played into the middle. Goes straight to the Wildcats. They feed it over to the left. Just misconnected on that passing attempt. Right idea there.
You have to really like how the Wildcats, even late in the game with the score clearly, the game not in any doubt, the score, all lopsided. They're still very crisp in this stuff, Skip. There's no sloppiness out there. There's no lack of concentration or lack of focus. I mean, they're playing right now. The Wildcats are playing right now the way they started the game.
Yeah, their focus and determination has been there throughout. And, hats off to Bloomington Jefferson. They're still playing hard. They're still trying. And I haven't seen anything yet that, a lot of times you see in one-sided games, the team that's down can get frustrated and start, maybe being a little cheap on throwing elbows or being overly physical and taking out players. There's been absolutely none of that in this game tonight.
The Jaguars definitely want to get out of this game, healthy and able to line up for their next game. And their next game, as I said, is against Prior Lake on the 1st. So they've got their work cut out for them over the next handful of days couple of days, I should say, to get ready for that tilt. And we'll see what happens. Also nice to see some players who, as I said, Skip, haven't received a lot of varsity playing time so far, getting an opportunity like Kennard to score, to play and score.
Yeah, and I'm sure what Sherry is Coach Sherry Ekstrom is thrilled with is not just obviously the score and the eventual result of this game, but when you clear your bench to give those girls more time, to have them go in and really the play didn't change. I mean, they've been continuously putting on pressure. They're putting the ball in the net, just like we did in the first half. So that tells her, all right, I've got some talent here to work with, and maybe I can go to them, in closer games and see what they can do to help the team continue to score at a higher rate than they did, for sure in the first 2 games.
Well, as we said, obviously the Jaguars right now are really have been overmatched in the game, and that ball kind of floats in, nicely done. But the Wildcats have got on their schedule, as I said, the Rosemount's the last game of their regular season. They have Lakeville North. They've got a couple of other programs that they've struggled with or had issues with or whatever coming up on their schedule. They need a game like this so that they can move forward, so they can build some momentum towards that. As the Jaguars have an injury in here in the corner of the field, and they're walking one of their teammates to the sideline. So the clock has stopped, and we're going to have a quick injury timeout for that. It looks like maybe somebody got knocked in the head.
So do you know what is is next week? I'm assuming after Labor Day is the first conference play for both the boys and the girls. Is it Eastview? I think next Wednesday. Is that correct? Or Wednesday or Thursday, somewhere in there?
Eastview on the 7th of September, and that will be the first conference game, and that is away at Eastview.
So they get a few games under their belt before conference play begins. Of course, they mean a little bit more there. And like you said, they, especially the girls, they have some challenging teams in the South Suburban. There's no doubt about it. And finishing the season with Rosemount, who I am assuming is one of the highest rated teams in the state and is going to be one of the teams, thought to challenge for a state championship. Finishing with them is going to be a tall task. This ball's played in the box, chased down by the Wildcats, played across, nicely defended by Jefferson.
Maddie Hobbs, one of the senior captains, out on the field right now, really trying to do what she can to get a goal. Not taking her foot off the gas whatsoever. It's what you'd expect as Jolstrom physically pushing around in there and make sure her physical presence is felt.
Boy, we've gotten to that point of the game where it's almost the best that Bloomington Jefferson can do to get the ball just to midline. Oh, here's an opportunity. Big shot. That went off the football crossbar, not the soccer net, so that is out of play. But as I was saying, Bloomington Jefferson's doing whatever they can to get the ball out of their defensive third, and the Eagan defenders are right there to get control and just basically just shove it right back down their throats.
It was a good ball to Cron on the outside. She controlled it very well, outran the defender and crossed it in. Just really unlucky that ball wasn't on frame. I have to think that probably would have been a goal with the speed and power of that shot. If it had been on frame, I'm not sure Aiea was going to be able to get to it.
Eagan once again winning the ball in the middle of the field. I believe this is Hobbs. She's going to turn, fire. Got about two defenders there to block that shot, but good job setting herself up. Played back in, I think, by Turner. Turner and Waldrop on the back line. Oh, an unfortunate misstep over the ball there at midfield. Eagan takes advantage and wins the ball back.
Real test for these Wildcats will be, like you said, Skip, what happens when they play Eastview? What happens when they play some of these conference teams?
Great cross and run there by the Wildcats. That was Angelina Yin. Nearly got a foot on that, and she had a lot of net to shoot at. She deflects that towards the goal. That's probably going home. Oh, nice touch there by Eagan. Just a little far and out of reach, but the right idea. She tried to take something off that on the turf and feed a ball on the ground to a teammate. Now we'll get a couple of substitutions, one for each team.
Both are number 18 for the Wildcats. Caitlin Bumpers, number 18, back in, going out as a Tanner, number 7.
Bumpers for Tanner.
Jaguars. Sophie Lall, number 19, back in.
Jaguars also making a substitution, so we're getting close to that time where the team ahead they'll stop the clock during substitutions.
So the rule there is if you're the team ahead in the game, the last 5 minutes, if you make a substitution, the clock stops. We're going to have I believe a foul called here. Yep, that is the call. So we'll have a free kick by the Bloomington Jefferson defense. Feels like one of the first fouls we've called in quite some time. It's been a very clean game.
A very free-flowing game here in the second half, too. I mean, granted, it's been a lot of one-way traffic, and if you're a Jaguars fan, you're thinking, oh, goodness gracious, this is not what we wanted to see. But it's been You know, and of course now you jinxed us. Of course, it's the commentator's curse, of course, Skip Newton, because now you've jinxed us. We've had two quick fouls in succession to break up the flow of the game.
I like the short, quick restart here by Eagan. Get things moving. Just play it on the ground to a teammate. Possess the ball. Oh, here's a beautiful through ball and an opportunity. There's about 3 Wildcats there, maybe 4. Here's Yin with a chance. She fires, and a great save, but we're going to have an offsides call, so that would not have counted had it gone in. Boy, a beautiful through ball, and there were like 4 Eagan girls behind the defense. I'm a little surprised that one didn't end up in the back of the net the way things have been going tonight.
Yeah, Weisendoner with a beautiful left foot, as you say, slid it in. It was perfect weight, perfect pass. Just unlucky that I think, and honestly, I wonder if all 4 of them weren't offside, Skip. I mean, it wasn't by much. I'm not suggesting that they were offside by a lot, but it looked like they might have been all offside because they were really, really pushing that line.
You know, it's a team game. You lose as a team, you win as a team. Hey, you're offsides as a team too.
Well, I suppose it makes it a little bit easier when you're watching the film if all 4 of you are offsides, right?
Maybe then they can work together and say that the girl didn't pass the ball soon enough.
Yes. Outvote the player with the ball, right?
Nicely done there by Inga Jolstrom to win that one temporarily for the Wildcats. Big throw here by Bloomington Jefferson. Wall drops there to clean that up as she has all game. Comes back to her. She's looking for a teammate. She'll just send this one deep. Still straight to a teammate. Good flick attempt there by Wildcats. Nifty little footwork there to clear some space. And now advancing into the attacking third. Plays the ball through. This one's going to be too hard on the turf. Anya's there to scoop that one up.
You look at a scoreline like this and you ask yourself how good a night could Anya have had. And honestly, with the number of shots she's seen, if she hadn't made some of the saves she'd made, I think we'd be looking at a scoreline much even more out of whack than this. So, I mean, number of these goals just not her fault.
Oh yeah, I would say that the vast majority of them, she really had no chance. And like you said, there's been plays that she's made that have been really good plays to prevent even more goals. Got a foul here just on the Jaguar side of midfield.
Would really like to see the Wildcats do something unique on the set piece. I mean, be moving. You know, you look at all the girls standing on the 20-yard line.
It nearly works. A great ball in there by, I believe it was Turner. Both Turner and Waldrop have had some nice deliveries on those deep free kick opportunities that they've had. Here's a clear by the Jaguars. Pressured by Turner. All of the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars are in their defensive third, except for one girl, as Eagan continues the attack with relentless pressure.
Goal kick Jaguars.
Coming up on the final 5 minutes of this game. Waiting for the substitution before the goal kick restart.
Back in the game, going off number 17, Samantha Quayhorst.
Waldrop controls that nicely. She's going to go out to Yin. She's got it. Nice move into the middle of the field, looking for a teammate. Pass is a little bit too crisp. Goes down the far touchline there. Got a good pressure there by the Wildcats. That's number 16. Cron not letting her turn. Well done. Jefferson gives it a boot, but there's the Wildcats right there to win control, and a nice step up there by the defense once again. Finds Yin. She's pressured, loses control. Back to Turner. I believe still in the game over there with Waldrop. Pass intercepted. Kicked out by the Wildcats.
Good opportunity here for the Wildcats to get some, as you said before, Skip, get some players some rest, as well as, teach from the bench, right? Where this is a situation where Coach Ekstrom can talk on the bench to each player that's sitting over there and say, here's what I want to see, here's what I want you to do, here's what you did well, here's what I'd like you to do differently, as Ian dispossesses the Jefferson midfielder.
Big play through into open space down in the far corner. Nobody making that run, so that one goes into touch. This will be a throw-in for Bloomington Jefferson. And at this point, we could be seeing with 3 minutes left that Allred and the defenders are starting to think, all right, we got to make sure we at least preserve the shutout. I mean, her first varsity game, while there hasn't been a lot of goal-scoring opportunities, you'd hate to see them let a silly one slip by at this point. Caitlin gives it a boot. And a foul here right at midfield.
Foul on the Jaguars. Free kick for the Wildcats.
Waldrop will take this one. My guess is she's going to go short. She does. Wouldn't mind seeing the girls play this one back and just kind of control the ball to kind of run this out, but they're choosing to continue to play it in deep, keep the ball on their end, which is obviously a safe way to go, just trying to end this game.
Jaguars not really pressing at all, looking for that goal to break the duck either, as Hobbs gets it on her feet.
Nice through ball here, an opportunity. Shot goes wide, good left foot. Unfortunately, didn't quite get the body turned towards the goal to put that on frame. Number 19 there, Caitlin Bumper, is trying to match her sister and make it a true bumper-to-bumper second half.
1 minute remaining in the second half. 1 minute.
We are in the 80th and final minute. Bloomington Jefferson gets control. They've got a mini break here, about a 2-on-3. Nice pass across, but that's going to be offsides.
Whistle, offside, Jefferson.
So that'll end that
Indirect
attempt.
free kick to the Wildcats.
My guess is the defense will probably give this one a longer ride, get it out of their half of the field. They do. So it's coming over to Yin. She's going to touch back to Waldrop, back to Yin. Just playing this out the final 20 seconds. Yin knows one speed, and that is quick. Nicely done there. Now we're going to play it deep.
10 seconds remaining. 9, 8, 7.
Got one foul here as the game is coming to an end. A domination from opening whistle to final gun. 8-0, Nathan. Just an outstanding effort all around. Really every girl playing a part. And this is exactly what the Wildcats needed.
Yeah, it was right. It is what the Wildcats needed. I think the first handful of goals were really special because they got the Wildcats off to such a great start. And let's face it, the Wildcats just hadn't done a great job in the first two games of scoring goals. And really it's a tribute to the girls and their focus and that kind of thing. And I just want to say thank you to our ATV crew, to Greg Borman, Paul Winkles, and Nick Mudd. Thanks very much for making us look good. Thanks for giving us this opportunity to broadcast these games.
Yeah, absolutely. I love being here, and it's great to watch the Wildcats get their first win of the season, and it's a big one, 8-0 over the visiting Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. For Nathan Cron, my name is Skip Newton. Thank you, everyone, for watching and enjoying our broadcast. Have a wonderful night.